Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gators will kick it away to start. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the opening possession of the game. Last meeting was a classic as the Gators pulled out a close one.
Guys, it's a rivalry game that gets circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville and across the country, they have been bragging all year long after that win last season.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pocket breaking down. Caught close to the marker. It's Frost. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Try to get it to the edge. Still running at the 40. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messed.
Got some room in to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Seminoles. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. So the Florida Gators offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy, so this game always means a lot.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Florida. And they turn it into a defensive score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Hold and fire complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Gators want to move quickly. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Still on his feet at the 35. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field, so he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up. Turning it on! Touchdown, Knowles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Looking downfield, it's Karapateas. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Zings it complete to the right. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Gator! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted.
Wide open spaces. Inside the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The give to the back. Look out, he's got room. Picks up the first down. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That running game was impressive. Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Seminoles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down. I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got him. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense reeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Back to throw, it's Karapateas. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Gators line up to punt it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll immediately call timeout. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Back's got it. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's squarely falling.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat, too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese, back in the day.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Thanks to grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Corrals it at the 45. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Got his man downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This time it's complete. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Makes the grab on the left. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Gonna run it. It's Denson. Across the 25, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Karapateas. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Number 10, on to punch it away.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one they were going to have their hands full trying to slow down this athletic quarterback. That time, they had their eyes in the wrong place. Quarterback got to the perimeter on the right, and it was just too late. Big gainer for the O.
Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He splits the uprights, and now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Gators are in the hurry-up.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Back to pass, it's Karapateas. Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Release to the back. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw it. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. The snap sets up to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this.
Takes it the other way. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Makes it past the marker. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Noles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Looking for a man. It's Karapateas. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He'll set up to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's breaks into the open. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Florida State.
One more play to pad the stats. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it went to the Seminoles as Florida State will dine on Gator after winning in this rivalry matchup. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.